Launched. Hi everyone, welcome to the studio, and we got Biogirl MJ in the house.
Hello, so excited to be here.
Yay! I love that you're wearing this beautiful dress. It's a dress, right?
Yes, it is. It's a bright, happy dress.
I feel like this should be like on our logo somewhere or a t-shirt somewhere.
I like how you said that it should be a rule for all the guests coming on our show.
To wear
They wear
yellow.
a bright yellow,
Yeah.
a happy yellow.
While we wear black. All right, we're going live. Join us there. So MD and Secret here on 1FM 91.3. Good morning to you. Welcome to the Brightside with Carol and Lavinia. And so happy to have the very cheery Biogirl MJ in the studio with us this morning. Welcome.
Now, of course, we all know her as Biogirl MJ. Her real name is Kong Man Jing, the bubbly co-founder and, of course, the host of science channel Just Keep Thinking. I love that name. It spreads knowledge about science and wildlife to not just children, but also adults like myself. The aim that you have here is to kind of take that boring science lessons out of the classrooms and explore science together. Head on over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/justkeepthinking, or you can search for Biogirl MJ.
All right. So MJ, can we call you MJ or you want to be called Biogirl?
Oh, MJ's fine.
It's like so Peter Parker, you know, like Spider-Man, and MJ, that's his girlfriend, Mary Jane.
You know, you're right. She is a superhero in
A
sorts.
science superhero.
Yeah.
Saving the world with one science fact at a time.
Hey, I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. Hey, MJ, so tell us how this YouTube channel Just Keep Thinking came about. What started it all? Was it because people weren't thinking?
Oh, people were not thinking most of the time. I realized that. It started because I do realize there's a gap between the science community and the mainstream audience. So I've been wondering for the longest time, how can more people learn more about science and be interested in that? So that was always at the back of my mind. And then when I met my co-founder, he's a videographer.
Wow.
And he likes to take videos of me randomly. And I like to blabber about science all the time. So one fine day, we were out on the beach and he managed to capture a moment of me sharing about a dead coral skeleton. And then he went to review the footage and he was like, this is interesting. I'm like hooked onto this. We should have a channel. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, so it started out as like a side passion project and it suddenly grew to something quite big. We've been getting quite a following and the rest is history.
Wow. What were you doing before Just Keep Thinking?
Before Just Keep Thinking, I graduated with an environmental biology degree. So I did like a little bit of like short contracts with NParks, Wildlife Reserve Singapore. So that's where I get the bulk of my environmental knowledge. And then afterwards, I became a science teacher at a private institution. Yeah, for 3 years before I finally made the transition to handle the channel full time.
Yeah, cool.
That is very, very fascinating. So, I mean, you would definitely know about Singapore's biodiversity really, really well. You have on-field experience as well. I want to know this. You mentioned about how it just started from posting this one video, of you talking about a coral. Why do you think your YouTube channel is so popular and it's resonating with so many people of different ages? Why do you think so?
I think it's because we make science really fun and interesting. When people think about knowledge or like science content, immediately think about documentary style, Net Geo, long hours of watching and absorbing knowledge. But we present it in a more social media format. So even if you're not interested, you might see this, this noisy little girl blabbering about science and you might be interested to watch it in a very short bite-sized format. So I think that's the draw that we have for a lot of our audience out there.
I appreciate that as well because a lot of documentaries like you see on BBC, they're very formal. They speak like this. And what I appreciate about your videos is that it's like talking to a friend. You're like, oh my gosh, you're reacting real time. Like, oh my goodness, look at this. Like, what? Wait, what? Is it a clam? Not the kind you eat, that kind of thing. So it makes me, sometimes when I watch the clam one, I want to eat Hokkien mee at the same time. And I know you're probably thinking that as well. That's the good stuff. And you make all these like relevant correlations too. All right, we're going to be jumping onto Facebook to chat with our listeners there. And we'll be back with more of Biogirl. So meanwhile, facebook.com/1FM 91.3.
Good morning. So, MJ, Biogirl MJ is in the house. Of course, co-founder and host of Science Channel Just Keep Thinking. Go and check it out on youtube.com. It's really informative. like you said, it's not just, children that enjoy your videos, but adults like myself. I mean, like, I really do, like you mentioned, feel like I'm following a girlfriend on her discoveries and her explorations.
Yeah.
And
Because the
also
filming
thinking
is
about
very
food.
good. So props to your co-founder as well.
Yeah. Tell him we say good job.
Yes, I will. Someday.
Hey, do you have a favorite topic to cover when it comes to your channel?
Oh, definitely a lot of wildlife and nature content. I mean, that's what I studied, and I realized there's a lot of amazing animals we have here in Singapore that people don't know about. So that's definitely one of the core pillar that our channel will always be tagged to, amongst the other stuff.
What's the most amazing creature you found in Singapore that you feel like is one of best kept secrets of our island?
Oh, I actually spotted the slow loris in Singapore.
That's a
In the
sloth.
wild.
It looks something like a sloth, but it's not, because the mammal, the eyes are really, really
Yes,
huge.
I've seen that in the zoo.
Yeah. They look very cute when it's like nicely lighted up in the captivity. But in a while when it's dark and their eyes like are staring at you, it looks like a little demon baby. But
Hey,
the
demon
eyes-
baby.
Yeah, I'm just looking. Yeah, see?
It's
the
very
similarity
cute.
between Lavinia is uncanny.
cute lah.
No, that's me when like I'm like, what?
Exactly.
You did what?
You see, emoji
How
is
do
the
I-
same,
how
you
do I
know.
see? Yeah, can you see on my camera? Okay, I'll put it on later and then you can tell me whether it's the same. So let's ask some fun questions here,
Yeah.
because we've seen a lot of things that you do on your videos. Some of the thing I feel like, poor thing lah, this girl taking one for the team, dissecting the fish and hold the fish, all that. We'll give you some quick answer questions, okay?
Okay.
Would you rather dissect a fish or a rat?
Fish.
Be knee deep in a swamp or the sea?
See.
Would you rather eat pig brains or live bamboo larvae?
Pig brains.
What? Yeah, me
Oh,
too.
gosh.
I think pig's brain is really quite nice. to
Actually,
eat.
not bad.
Yeah,
It's like if you
Hey.
cook it like cheese.
She said it was like charomanshi.
Chow mushi,
yes,
chow mushi.
Exactly.
Chow mushi.
Exactly. It's
It's very
it's
smooth,
good.
very smooth. It's
wobbly and
Please lah, I haven't had my breakfast, you guys. Ruining it for me. Okay, but pig brains, is it also quite like beneficial for the body and your brain?
I think that's to be debated.
But Chinese
Give us
believe
the-
it is.
Give us the scientists, the
Chinese
science
believe it.
behind this.
I think it's just food.
Because okay, so there's that Chinese saying, right? You got like pain in your knee, you eat the knee. You got, whatever, like you're having problems in your body, you eat that specific body part. Do you agree with that?
No, not for me. There's no scientific evidence as of yet.
Okay, I have it. Do you guys on Facebook Live think that the slow loris looks like me when I'm shocked? Here we go.
Yes,
Actually, not
right.
bad, eh?
I told you, I wasn't joking.
Carol, you did what?
It is.
Okay, fine.
It's cute.
Hopefully
It's
I did
very
not pass that on to
precious.
my
It's
kids.
cute in a demon little way.
Hey!
Oh no, I should have said that.
I want to say good morning to Michael Yap as well
Yes.
as Aisha Nasrina. They're joining us here on Facebook. Hey, if you have any questions for Slow Loris, Biogirl MJ, drop it in our comment section, okay? All right, let's on to more fun. Why is learning about science and natural science so important for the young and old?
I mean, science itself is knowledge, and it's the gateway to learning more about our world. So definitely for the young, it's very important to inspire them so that they can be our future, essentially. Because without scientists, then we don't know more about a lot of other things. Not just like animals, but other aspects of science. So that's very important for
Yeah.
the young ones, and for the old, especially when it comes to things like misinformation.
Yeah.
Especially during the COVID period, you can tell, right, how significant the implications can be if they believe the wrong things.
She's just had like a moment of epiphany today in the morning with Dr. Wilson Dan, our dentist, right? She was like, my grandmother told me that yellow teeth is a sign of...
Stronger teeth.
yeah, stronger teeth.
Yeah.
They're born like that.
Ah.
The born part, it's a DNA thing, but the significance of yellow teeth, Dr. Dan had to kind of correct her on that one. So, Mythbuster.
My grandmother rolling in her grave. Why you say my teeth not strong?
But also, I think there's sometimes a bit of a disconnect. Like what we learned in school, in primary school, is quite different from what the kids are learning now. I think there's so much more information and knowledge out there for this generation. And so for us, there have been gaps and there have been things that we didn't realize or discover about Singapore, about biodiversity and all that kind of thing. So watching your videos as an adult, I'm also very, I'm learning so much. Yeah, so thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you for watching and
Yeah.
enjoying.
Now, I want to ask. Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh.
No, but it also reminds us of all these essential things like gravity, what controls the tides and all that kind of thing. It's a great reminder because that's not always information that we store in the front of our brains.
That is
It's
true.
somewhere in there, but we've forgotten. So it's always good to know so you can impress people at parties.
No, but that's very, very true. I mean, now that I have 3 boys and they, ask about things that I already know I kind of take for granted, like, hey, why mommy is it like this? And I'll be like, come, let's go to Just Keep Thinking. I have this to ask of you. Tell us 3 things about you that will surprise us all.
Okay, I am not afraid of cockroaches. I
Oh
think that's
my-
number.
Wait,
Oh, no,
wait,
everyone's
wait,
like,
this deserves a moment.
Are you afraid of cockroaches,
Yeah,
Carol?
super.
Then how so? If there's one in your
Cockroaches and
house,
lizards, I cannot.
but we gotta kill the
I
cockroach,
big on
right?
lah, big on the thing
okay,
until
okay,
the
okay.
bottle is half empty.
But you don't clear it like the dead body. You ask your husband.
That's
to.
why you have husbands. That's why people get married.
It's the other way around for me. I'm the one helping my fiance cleaning
my
the
gosh.
cockroaches. yeah. So I think that's one big.
So when he was going to propose to you, you said, "Do you like cockroaches? Are you afraid of them?" And then you went, "No. Okay, come. Here's this ring. Put it on your finger now." So that's number 1. Not afraid of cockroaches.
Number 2, I do enjoy spinning. If you like indoor
yeah.
cycling. Yeah.
So you're one of those hardcore people.
Yes.
No wonder you're so fit and you look so good in this dress.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you either love it or hate it. That's what I realized. So I belong to the love it group.
And what's the last one?
Last one, I really, really, really love to eat. Like I enjoy buffets a lot.
No wonder you have to spin so much.
Yeah, it's a balance.
I feel like the Kylie Minogue song
Active.
is in my head. I'm spinning around so I can eat buffet. Yeah.
Actually, that's the real
That's the
lyrics of the
motto.
song.
Singaporean edition. All right, we're going to be jumping back on air to chat a little bit more about your channel and ask about some unforgettable encounters you've had in the course of your work. Okay, I'm
can't wait to
very
hear that.
curious
Yeah.
to see what kind of jijit things she's had to handle. I mean, for us, already squeamish because of cockroaches. What more, Biogirl? Bum bum bum. Okay, here we go.
That's Pink. With most girls here on the Brightside with Carol and Lavinia, most girls are afraid of cockroaches, but not Biogirl MJ, as we just learned on our Facebook Live. That's why you need to tune
That's
into our
why I
Facebook
need to give
Live.
her claps once again. This
Oh, yeah,
girl,
yeah.
not afraid of cockroaches. Respect, respect, respect. All right, MJ, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday morning. And you've got your channel, your YouTube channel, Just Keep Thinking, bring fun science facts to kids and adults alike. Can you share with us an unforgettable encounter in the course of your work?
Wow, okay. So there's this one moment where I went to Malaysia, to one of their nature reserve to film some of the wildlife there. And apparently, when it comes to illegal poaching, they are a little bit more relaxed. They have laws, but it's not regularly enforced. So there was one time where I heard a really beautiful bird calling. It's the white rum shama. We have that in Singapore. They have it in Malaysia. So I heard the bird calling. I was very excitedly running up the hill to find the male species of the bird, just like singing a tune. And then I realized there were people there actually playing the sound bite to attract the bird. So the bird was there, but there were people at the bottom also.
Right.
Yeah. And then I just like casually went up to them like, oh, what are you guys doing? And they were like, oh, looking at bird. And I was like, just looking only. And then so they kind of realized that I was a bit more suspicious. And then suddenly they drove off. But before they drove off, they went in front to pick up a bird, like a bird trap.
Oh,
Yes,
but
the bait.
they were aiming to get live specimens or like.
Yeah, it's for the pet bird trade.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so the white shama sings beautifully and it's known to be one of the more common birds that's being poached for bird trade. So, but-
Actually, I don't think you were suspicious. They were suspicious, right? She was saying
They
that
were.
they felt she was suspicious.
I
I'm
feel like
dude,
you should be
guys are
given an award for
suspicious.
saving the species.
Yeah.
You've not just saved the bird, you saved the species.
yeah.
Hey, that's big. That's big.
I was happy, but I realized that it might not be a good idea because if they were a bit more aggressive or they have
Yeah.
weapons, right, I might actually be in serious trouble. So my friend was like reprimanding me, was like, MJ,
Yeah.
I know you want to save the bird, but please be more careful next time. And I was like, okay. But it was one of the counters where like, I don't think you have it in Singapore, but wow, that is a different world out there.
I mean, potentially it could have gone really bad, right?
Okay, but we know that one bird is out there singing for you, okay?
Yeah. Okay. Next question. What are some guiding principles, that you adopt when you create the content for your videos?
So I think one guiding principle, especially when it comes to creating more educational content that is not the usual social media content, I always keep in mind that I have to be, my video has to be engaging. And it cannot be focused just on the facts alone, because ultimately people go to social media to be entertained. So my video has to be entertaining first and foremost. If I don't get to attract the people to watch it in the first place, then whatever information I say is useless. Yeah, so to have that in mind, I always capture them within the first 3 seconds, get them hooked throughout the entire video, be entertaining while I slot in the educational information.
Okay, that's cool tips. I'm learning. Can you also tell us 3 things that we all should know about Singapore's biodiversity?
Oh, there's so many facts.
Oh, really?
Okay, 3 or 5 or 10. Use it loosely.
For one, we have a lot of like the world's largest animal. So we have the world's largest snake, the reticulated python.
Why? No
I can
wonder
see
they
the
look so
different reaction.
huge. Yeah, in those videos and photos, they look massive.
Where do they hang out?
In Jurong, NTU, there were the fights between the python and the bat.
They're actually quite common, much more common than anything. Your drains, your concrete
I
longgangs.
wish to know, do they hang out in Pasir Panjang? Because that's roughly where I
I'm
live.
pretty
That's
sure
where
they do. But
that's their mecca. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
Oh
kidding.
my god! Slow Loris again.
we have the world's largest crocodile and also world's largest moth in Singapore. So I like, we like to be number one in things. We also have a few number one animals here.
I like that statement.
Okay.
What else? Yes.
And we also have a great bird diversity. Over 300 species, and also Singapore is part of this East Asian Australasian flyway. Basically, during migratory season, some countries they experience winter. Some of the birds there will actually travel all the way down, and they come to Singapore to rest. Which is why you do see like birders with their bazooka cameras around most of the time. There's a reason for that. Like, we do get a pretty good bird diversity here.
Actually, on that topic, do you think we're doing enough to protect the species here in Singapore? Like the birds, when they come, the migratory. I know, like in the UK, they have very tough laws on that. You cannot touch them if they've chosen to rest in the roof of your house and you want to do renos. You got to leave them alone. You can't go ahead with your renos at all.
Really?
Yeah. Do
Oh,
you think we're doing
wow.
enough like that here?
Personally, I feel that for birds, we are doing quite a bit because the bird community here is very big. So I think for Singapore, it's like certain animal groups get a little bit more attention than the rest. So for birds, fortunately for them, they are quite charismatic. We have people vouching for them. So, like Sungai Buloh Wetland Reserve, that's a very important spot where the birds actually just rest and feed, especially during the migratory season. So it's a nature reserve. Like that place is not going to be touched at all. So at least for the bird species, they are doing all right.
What needs more attention then?
So the more uncharismatic animals like reptiles, snakes, those are usually a little bit, people are like shying away from them because they are not exactly like the cutest animal out there. Insects as well, because I mean, like we creepy crawlies, right? People think of them as creepy crawlies. And also the ones that usually have conflicts with humans, so like wild boars, macaques, even otters. So because of all the incidents that actually happen throughout the years, people don't really have a positive impression on them sometimes. Yeah, so these are probably some of the animals that we probably need to focus a little bit more on.
All right. We're jumping back to Facebook for another discussion with our Biogirl MJ here in the studio. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Biogirl. We look forward to more of your interesting video channels. But if you want to continue and join the chat, join us right now on facebook.com/1FM913.
Good time.
I feel like we could go on and on and on with Biogirl though.
Yeah, no, it's
There's just
really
so much
interesting
to learn.
Yes. In fact, I mean, tell us, are there any upcoming projects happening for you this year, that we can look forward to?
Wow. I just came back from a really big trip, so I'm trying to consolidate what I can do. We released
Where
one.
did you go?
We went to Antarctica. So
Are you kidding me? How was that like?
It was a
Okay, now I know why you do say I
once-in-a-lifetime
look like a slow
experience.
loris. Because
Are you kidding me? It's like, oh, that's the...
You can't get it out of your head now.
No, but
right?
what is it like, to travel to Antarctica? I mean, what do you wear? What do you pack?
Oh, the journey there is long. It's like a good 3 days of flying. Because it's all the way at the opposite end of opposite side of Singapore, like in the globe. So it's really a long journey there. It's actually not that cold. The areas that we explored, it's called the Antarctic Peninsula. So it's not like the heart and center of the South Pole. So it was still bearable, but I still had to wear like 5 layers of clothing.
But how do you even get to Antarctica? I mean, there's a travel agent here that says, yes, I specialize in tours to Antarctica. Come.
They have cruises, like tour cruises, that brings you around Antarctica, but you have to go to the destination where the cruise sets sail from by yourself. So that's like somewhere in South America. So I had to take like one flight to France. It's 13 hours. I take another flight from France to South America, another 13 hours. And then domestically, I have to travel from within South America to the tip of South America to set sail from there towards Antarctica. So it's a long journey.
3 days.
Exactly.
You said.
Just
That's
flying past.
How got sambal belacan or not?
No, don't have. And I came back, I was like, wow, Asian food. Very happy.
I can't imagine. It looks like, your trip is bringing you places to discover, some
it
interesting
is.
things about the world and the planet. And then I love that you're sharing it all with us as well. So thank you so much for all the wonderful work that you do. I feel smarter just by osmosis watching your videos.
That was a good one. I'll take that joke.
It works, right? Scientifically, it
Yeah,
works,
it
right?
does,
It
it
does.
Quick,
It does.
quick,
Yeah.
quick. More. Okay? Just to be in her
I'm
presence.
giving you my slow loris eyes.
No, that one don't need.
Hey, why?
Any last words for us? What can we do as Singaporeans to kind of, better steward our environment?
As we move towards, like city in nature, it's important that we live in harmony with our wild neighbors, our wild friends, and be curious about the world. I think the more you learn, the more you understand, the less fearful you get. Yeah, and it really makes life more interesting and colorful.
I somehow feel like Carol's going to mention something about cockroaches.
Does that mean I have to touch it? All right, thanks MJ. It was so fun
Thank
having
you so much.
All right,
Me
check out
too.
her channel. Just keep thinking. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good time.